Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Thank you for staying with us. Now we're being joined from London in the United Kingdom by John Cookson, Arise Senior International Correspondent, for a quick update on the Duchess of Wales cancer's diagnosis situation. Good morning from Lagos, John. Let's get straight into it. Now, after weeks of speculation about her whereabouts and health since she was hospitalized in January, we're seeing Princess Catherine, confirming that she has cancer and is undergoing preventive chemotherapy. What is Kensington Palace saying about the princess this morning?
Good morning, guys. Good to see you. Well, Kensington Palace issuing a statement saying that both Wills and Kate are extremely touched by the messages of support that they've had from the British public and also from all over the world, including, of course, the Commonwealth. But there's a second line to that statement today saying that the couple are grateful that the public understand their request for privacy. Now, to me, that means that they're saying, well, thanks very much. We're really appreciative. But now, please let us alone for the time being. And I think that statement tells us that that's the last thing that we'll be hearing for some time out of Kensington Palace about Kate's condition at the moment. She clearly has to get on with chemo treatment and try to get through this thing. And of course, thoughts today with William and the three children, George, Charlotte and Louis. William, of course, having a tragic past himself, his mother dying in terrible circumstances, then his father telling us last month that he has cancer, and now his wife is being treated for cancer. I mean, one's thoughts really have to also be with William and indeed for that close family circle. We also learned today that that speech, and we're looking at stills from the video that Kate put out on Friday, that speech was written entirely by Kate herself. She got no help from the press office, and that's, I think, a very big tribute to her, that the words were chosen carefully. It was heartfelt. She came across as dignified and regal in a way, you might say. And so I think that the fact that she wrote that speech and there were no changes to it tells us a lot about Kate as the person. We also learned that Prince Charles, when they were both in hospital together at the same time, revealed that he, in quotes, toddled along in his dressing gown along the corridor to see Kate, who was being treated in the same hospital. So I think that's an image that we can ponder over. And also we heard that both the King and Kate had a heart-to-heart lunch on Thursday, the day before Princess Kate's statement on Friday. So messages to me, certainly of the whole family coming together and supporting Kate and indeed the King at this difficult time.
All right, John, thanks for that. But talk to us more about how much of a crisis or a PR concern is this whole saga for the British monarchy, given the condition of the King himself, King Charles? How much of a crisis is it for the monarchy?
Well, things are tough. Let's be honest. In recent years, we've lost the Duke of Edinburgh, Queen Elizabeth. We had the King's cancer diagnosis, Duchess of York, Fergie, as we know her, also suffering from cancer, skin and breast cancer, and of course we have this latest scare with Kate. So during my journalistic lifetime, I can't remember a bigger crisis for the monarchy. There were tough times in the 1990s when money was tight, and you remember Windsor Castle nearly burnt down. But we have to go all the way back to 1936 and Edward VIII's abdication crisis to find a more difficult time as we have at the present moment. But what people do tend to forget, even in the UK, is that the monarchy is a constitutional institution. So if the King dies or the Queen dies, then the monarchy passes on, and the monarch is the head of the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. And whoever is in Buckingham Palace, that position in the constitution of the British monarchy remains the same and will be filled in some way. So on the surface level, yes, we have a crisis, a personal crisis at the moment, and the royal family are going to have to, the ones who are working, are going to have to work a lot harder and to keep the monarchy's vision, as it were, in the UK up to the normal standards. But at the same time, the actual constitutional position remains the same.
Okay. I want to ask, because there were a lot of rumors and innuendos and stories floating online, do you think now that the princess's video statement on Friday has shut down the rumors about her condition?
To an extent, yes, but these trolls are tapping away, aren't they, all the time? And there was some terrible stuff online that Kate had actually died. William was having a wild affair. William was an alcoholic. I mean, all of this stuff. I mean, what kind of person does that kind of thing? And I'm sure that will continue. And I see on social media today, there's still some conspiracy theories floating around about Kate's condition. But to an extent, I think that very personal statement, that very definite statement from Kate on Friday will quell some of the rumours. And indeed, the head of X, formerly Twitter, has come out and said that things should quieten down now.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Well, I hope that this statement will quell those rumours, because they were quite horrific if you think about it. That, I believe it came out during the time she had posted a picture with her family and it was photoshopped, and now a lot of people have been saying that they are really sorry about it, and we hope that this whole situation will die down and the public will give them their privacy as they have asked for. We also have learned that new developments have emerged since the story broke on Friday. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have sent in their well wishes. They prayed for health and healing for Kate and the family, and we have seen support across the globe in the wake of her diagnosis. Is there any more information that you would like to share, any more developments from this emergent story?
There's been nothing more from Harry and Meghan in the last day or so, other than that statement wishing them health and healing. Look, I think Harry has to come back to the UK at some point. Now, whether that's with or without Meghan, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, she surely will want to stay and look after the children, no doubt, in Montecito, and she can have that as a reason why not to come. But Harry, look, he has to come at some point in the next few days or weeks to see his father, maybe, just maybe, have a meeting with William. But of course, the rift runs deep after that Oprah Winfrey interview and the book Spare, when Harry dished the dirt on the royal family. But so far, in the last 48 hours or so, there's been nothing else from Harry and Meghan.
It's 8:30.
But at some point, I think, as I say, I think Harry will have to make that trip across the Atlantic and come and see the family and maybe make the peace. Who knows? This crisis that we're talking about the royal family might have a silver lining in that it brings the whole family together. But that rift is pretty deep, and it will take some healing to get that repaired.
All right, John, thanks very much. Indeed, thanks. Our thoughts and our prayers are with the monarchy at this point in time. Thank you very much indeed.
You bet.
All right, thank you.